So it's an absolutely gorgeous day out here today. We're in the mid 70s, really, really warm. I have the greenhouse all opened up. So pretty much so far today, after church, I stopped and got 45 gallons in 5-gallon jugs. I already deposited most of it next door where it's nice and cool, and we have room to store it. And I got another, I'd say 50 gallons worth of water for the garden. So I stopped at a gas station that's pretty close to the church that I go to, and it's on my way home. I filled up. They allow you to fill up for free. They don't charge you anything for the water. So I like to stop in, get a coffee, and fuel up my vehicle at their gas station, and then I get the water. That kind of is a thank you for allowing me to have water. We're in the greenhouse. My tomato plants are doing awesome. They're doing really good as far as I'm concerned. The little gourd, the spinning gourd, has doubled its leaf, so that's pretty cool. It's growing. It should be doing really good. And this morning I did put a little bit of water in this section. This is my gray squash. I just wanted to see what it would do in the greenhouse. I've never planted gray squash before, so I wanted to see. And that plant was up. It was just a single leaf this morning. But now I'm looking, and I have that one, and I have that one that I can see. So this should be, hopefully they'll be happy in here and grow quite a bit of squash. I've never eaten gray squash before either that I know of. It's like a zucchini, only it's gray. It's not really green. This bed has, pretty sure that's just a weed, but it does have a couple of these popping up here and there. And what I have planted in this section is the garden beans, early bush. We'll see how they do. And it is about 100 degrees in here right now. It's crazy hot. You can't even tell that I gave this any water. I probably should give it a little bit more water just to keep all of this stuff wet so that it'll actually grow. So this is my herb section, and I planted the normal thyme, oregano, rosemary, basil, tarragon in here. It's kind of hard to see. I did see a couple little plants that are starting to pop up. Right there. There's a few things starting to pop up, a few green things. They could be weeds. I don't know. I won't know until they actually develop. But I'm going to say that little group right there is oregano. It's kind of in a line here, and they all look the same. So I'm going to say that is oregano. And I would have planted the thyme right next to it here in a row, and I don't see anything there coming up. But I'm really happy about that. And I just saw it, in my early bush beans. There you go. Looks like that's the first one to pop up there. So these are probably, all this other stuff that I'm seeing in here, probably just weeds, or it might be some of the herb seeds. When I water, it got pushed over. I'm going to say that this line right here, got a few things. That's basil, I'm going to say, because that looks like a line of basil. I can see a couple of those. So we'll just have to wait to see on that one. Cucumbers are really popped today. When I watered this morning, they weren't even above ground. There was none of these. So the cucumbers have really popped. That makes me happy. I probably overplanted, not really expecting a whole lot, just because. But we'll see. And if I have to, I'll thin them out. But yeah, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 plants. 8 plants popping up in there. And then these are, I'm going to say that is probably, those are probably still cucumbers right there. Because I think I planted the cucumbers right on the line. And this is the seeds that I collected from the peppers that I bought in the grocery store just to see if they would grow. And so far I'm going to say no. I don't see anything coming up in there yet. There's a couple little green things shooting up, but I'm going to say they're probably weeds. Just from the soil that this is out of my compost bin, so it's going to have some weeds in it, I'm sure. But that's the greenhouse. I'm happy. I'm starting to see things pop. It's working out really good. I wish I could control the temperature better. I did order a fan that has a thermostat control. I'll end up having to make some kind of a shelf or something over there for the fan to go on without destroying my garden bed. But I'll have to do something like that to hopefully alleviate this overheating problem that I have in the greenhouse. We'll see. And I'm waiting on till I can see how big the fan is. When it gets here, I'll be able to see how big it is, and it should arrive sometime next week. Hopefully just in time to save my tomatoes from before they go to pollinate. Because when it gets really hot, it just kills the pollen. This is what I'm told. I'm an expert in a couple of things. Gardening just isn't one of them. This is a learning experience for me. So hopefully I will learn something this year and put it to practice in the future. Be able to remember it all. Okay, so this is, if I can keep my puppy dog out of here, if I can keep Keone out of here, these things are doing really good. It looks really dry right now, but I will water it tonight after the sun has quit hitting on it. Right, I don't want to water anything now. Either water it in the morning or water it at night. Seems to work out a lot better for me, and I prefer the morning because then it has time to soak in, and you don't get the slugs problem nearly as bad. Take you over here. So this tire I planted with garlic. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but just some. There you go. Some garlic that was sprouting from the store. See how that was doing. It will do. I had a really nice row of 6-inch tall garlic, and I took the screen off, so because it was starting to pop through the screen, and I took the screen off thinking, oh, it's okay now. And darn if that puppy dog didn't come over and nip every one of them. Every one of them. She just nibbled off the greens off of each and every one of them. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 10 of them, probably like 12. I think I did 6 in a row. And yeah, darn that puppy dog. So I have to keep her out of it because she'll do the same thing with the green onion greens too. She'll just sit and she tries not to rip it out of the ground, but she does nip it off. And I know onions are not good for dogs. I don't know if the greens, how they are for them, but I know onions themselves are not good for dogs. So I had to move her run line away from the garden a little bit more so that I can protect my garden and protect my dog. This area right here, nothing really seems to be coming up yet. This is just a bunch of beans and squash. The only thing I see coming up in here is probably a weed. But that'll give it a little bit more time. Beans and squash and sugar snap peas. Nothing really coming up in here besides weeds, and I know I'm like 99% sure that that's a weed. But I'm not going to touch anything until I give it all a chance to pop up. And I did water this morning. It's just so hot, can't really tell. But I don't know, if you go right underneath the surface, you can't really see it right there, but it is wet, it is moist. So it's just the top that is totally dry. And I'll take you over to my last little bed here. Uh-oh, I don't want that. There we go. So this, my potatoes. And I have it written down in my notes, the rows that I did. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, and it kind of goes along with what happened last year also. You can kind of see the rows here. I have a row here. And they are planted really close together. I have a row here, just because I don't have a lot of space to put the potatoes that I wanted to grow. I have a row here. And then I have a row here. So I do know that from previous experience, like last year I planted potatoes in this bed and that bed, and the two of them together, I got 200 pounds of potatoes, but the potatoes were just on the small side. And that is what I'm expecting from this one. I'm expecting the potatoes, I'm expecting to have a lot of potatoes, but they're just going to be on the smaller side. And I'm going to work on this section here and that section down there. I'm going to try to work on getting it either evened up more to this height, which that's a lot of dirt if I put it in there, but I might just make a set of steps down to that level, and that'll be garden also for next year. I got to work on it this year to be ready for next year. And I haven't been working on that. I usually like to have my firewood done by the end of May. I didn't work on that this year because the month of May was dedicated to going and getting logs for my sawmill. off of a piece of a friend's property. He allowed me the month of May to get as many trees off of his property as I could. He expected somebody else to come in and clean up the rest of his property, but he's not sure if that's going to happen now or not, so he said I can continue to get logs off of its property. Problem is I have so much other stuff I have to get done. I can't just dedicate my whole time, my whole summer, to getting logs off. It'd be nice if I had an outlet for firewood, because a lot of the trees on his property, it's a lot of firewood logs is what most of it would be good for. But I don't have an outlet, and I just don't have time to sit and do a whole bunch of firewood. So I'm going to start dedicating my time to other things. I keep showing you this grass, because this grass right here, perfect for the bunny rabbits. I have that growing in a couple of places, and try not to take it all down, because I'd like it to go to seed and keep spreading. And I'd like to get rid of, I'm going to get rid of some of this devil's club right here, because this is too close to my garden. I'll get rid of the devil's club when I get time. And you have to dig it up. You can't just cut it off, because if you cut it off, it just makes it come back even more. So, and I have another, let's wrap around this direction. All right, so here, that's some of the wood that I got. These are more poles or posts. That's pretty much what that wood is going to be. It's pretty much posts. That was here before. I added a couple of logs to it, but not very much. Most of that was just here before. That's just my firewood pile that I have to cut into lengths. And Kara came down today and harvested that. I told her about this grass yesterday for the bunny rabbits. Looks like she came down and harvested that, which is perfect. I might actually throw a little bit of water on that area and see if we can get it to grow again. Some of these logs I had from before. This is not all the logs that I got, but that is, I didn't get all of these logs from the property, so I have them marked kind of where I got them from, and that is some of the stuff. I would say that probably 50% of this pile is off of the property. I would say that probably 75% of this pile is off the property. And then all of this pile is off the property. Now I just kind of had to stuff them where I could throw them, where I could find room. But that's quite a bit of, that's a lot of trees. Problem is, some of them have, they all have cracking in them, so I'm not quite sure how much lumber I'll actually be able to get out of them, because they're dead standing spruce, so they do have a fair amount of cracking in them, and once I start milling them, I'll be able to see what is usable and what isn't. So yeah, I have lots still to do. You can see I haven't been milling anything for my chicken coop yet, but that's going to all start now, because that's one of the things I have to get done. I have to work on my garden area for next year. Oh, there's a little robin. Hello, Mr. Robin. Well, that's just kind of a quick update. I need to get that water dumped into the tank. I'll probably do that next. And then I will start working on getting other things done. It's just a really hot day today. It's beautiful. Kind of hiding here in the shade because I don't like when people wear sunglasses. I know it's necessary because I'm squinting and I'm in the shade. I get that, but because I don't like it, I'm not going to do it on my channel. I just wanted to tell you all I just saw that I was 303 subscribers. I just noticed that a couple days ago that I have made it to over 300 subscribers, which is really cool. I'm not sure what to do to celebrate it. Maybe let you make some comments in the videos, maybe some questions you'd like answered, some ideas of maybe there's a video that you want me to make that I haven't done a good explanation on. Might be a good way to let you know a little bit more about me, because I'm kind of shy when it comes to making these videos. I like to show you some things, and there's other things that I just don't even think people would be interested in. So I don't know, maybe there's something that you see that I haven't answered properly. Maybe that's a good way. I was thinking about doing a giveaway, but the things that I have on order are back ordered for a while. So I think I'm going to save that. Hopefully I'll get it before, hopefully I'll reach 400 subscribers soon. That would be really cool. But hopefully the back order stuff will show up right around the time, at least, that I hit 400 subscribers. And then I can do a pretty good giveaway. Thank you all 303 people who have subscribed to my channel. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, if you enjoyed the walk around, this is just a quick garden walk around and stuff, please subscribe to the channel. You could always hit the like button. I usually don't ask people to do that, but it would help my channel grow a little bit more, which isn't necessary. I'm going to keep doing this no matter what, because I enjoy doing it, and that's the main reason why I make the videos. It's because I enjoy doing it. I do have a couple family members who watch my channel, and they get to see a little bit more of what I'm doing, what I'm up to this way, because like I said, I'm pretty shy. I don't make the phone calls either to family very often, so it just gives them an opportunity to see what I'm up to a little bit. So I'll always make the videos no matter how many subscribers I have. I guess if I went down to 0 subscribers, then I might change my mind, say I messed up somehow. But as long as I have a couple subscribers, I'll make videos. I really enjoy the interaction when people leave me comments. I really like answering those. It's a lot more personal for me. It's not just putting out a video for the masses to see. Actually, people make comments and they give me advice. A lot of the times people have really good advice that they give me, and other times they tell me I'm doing a good job, which everybody likes a pat on the back every once in a while, right? We all do. So anyway, thank you. It's getting a little bit long-winded, but thank you all that have subscribed to my channel. I really, I can't even express how much I appreciate each and every one of you. It's huge. I'm going to quit talking now. I'll let you guys get on with the rest of your day. Thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. And may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I'm out.